Here's a question on a worksheet about particles moving through magnetic fields. I'm looking at question, I think it's 10 here, and I can't read everything. I think it says a magnetic field of 16 Teslas acts in a direction due west. An electron is traveling due south at, it looks like 8.1 times 10 to the 7th, but then down here, it has been written 2.5, I think, times 10 to the 6th. So that's what I'm going to use, that number, 2.5 times 10 to the 6th. What is the magnitude and direction of the force? So I went the wrong place there. Here is the force equals QV times B sine theta. Q is the charge on the particle. This is an electron, and I've written the question here. An electron, it's actually negative 1.062 times 10 to the negative 19th coulombs, but magnitude of the force is absolute value, so the signs aren't going to matter. V is the velocity, 8.1. I'm using 8.1 times 10 to the 7th meters per second. If that's not the right number, I can't really read it too well, but if the number is different, then put in a different number. B is the field strength. I'm saying that showed as 16 T. If it's a different number, put in a different number. I can't read it. Force in newtons, that's what it's asking for. Theta is the angle, which is 90 degrees. And sine of 90 degrees equals 1. So it wants the magnitude and direction. So for the force, remember, this is an electron. For an electron, use the left-hand rule or use the right-hand rule, and instead of going by the direction of the palm, go by the direction of the back of the hand. The fingers go in the direction of magnetic force, which is west. So this would be the fingers of your hand. And let's say this is the left hand. So there's your fingers. And then the thumb goes in the direction of the velocity, which is there. And then the palm, here's the palm, is facing out of the page, which is upward, into the page is downward. So, and that's the left-hand rule. If I was using the right hand, my thumb would be going down, fingers west to the left, and the back of my hand would be facing upward because it's an electron, so I'd use the back of my hand on the right hand. And so it's upward or out of the page. I'll just say up. Well, I guess I'll put out of the page. Out of page would be the direction of the force. And the magnitude is going to be QV B sine theta. Q is 1.602 times 10 to the negative 19th times the velocity, 8.1 times 10 to the second, times B, which is 16 Teslas, the field strength, times sine of theta, which is 1. So I think I've already done this on Desmos, 1.602 times 10 to the negative 19th times 16 times 8.1 times 10 to the second equals about 2.076 times 10 to the negative 10th. Approximately 2.076 times 10 to the negative 10 newtons. That's supposed to be a 0. Times 10 to the negative 10 newtons. So the direction is up, out of the page. The magnitude, 2.076 times 10 to the minus 10th newtons. Now again, if I misread this, because for some reason, when I got this worksheet emailed, it came as a thumbnail instead of the whole thing. So it's very hard for me to see the numbers. If the numbers are different, put in the correct numbers. But it's up, out of the page, and 2.076 times 10 to the negative 10 newtons with the numbers I used.